I find it strange how sometimes, or most of the time for me personally, in the state I'm in right now, in a lot of the things I do that are just simple things, I feel a sometimes over overwhelming in a good way sense of euphoria and ecstatic enjoyment from just being present. And it comes to me from things like waking up and listening to music, waking up and drinking coffee, going like I am now to a park and I can just look at the trees and I can just look at the sun going through the branches and the shade and the birds, and it's like I am so happy. I am incredibly happy with where I am right now in this moment. And I find it weird because I don't know, I feel like it's unfair. I feel like it's really unfair. I don't know why I feel this way, especially when I know people that are in a incredibly constant depressing state. People with diagnosed with depression, and 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 I talk to them and I tell them about these things, and it's like they just don't. They're just not in that state. I don't know what it is. But I feel like selfish. I feel selfish. Why should I enjoy this much from such little minuscule things that literally any human can be in? I don't know. But like I'm incredibly happy constantly. And there's a lot of things like not going well in my life either, you know? There's a lot of things I'm struggling at and I have trouble doing and I'm pushing off and hard to like stay motivated in things. And I know people who are very structured people who go about life in a checklist kind of style and are very constantly put together, you know? Like they wake up and they have a routine. They know exactly what they're doing. I've tried that. I hate it. I hate it. And for somebody like me and for a lot of other people, I'm sure they can connect with this, especially for a somebody who I'd consider myself a more artistic and creative person. Um, when in the midst of chaos and being in the unknown and being in just the moment, it offers a lot of creativity. It offers a lot of breathing room. It offers a lot of freedom. And structure, for me personally, kind of eliminates that, takes away, strips away the joy in living. I don't think it should be structured. I think a lot of things don't make sense. And people thrive in structure. A lot of people thrive in structure. A lot of people do. I physically can't. I physically can't do structure. You know, sometimes I want to paint. Sometimes I hate my paintings. Sometimes I want to go to the park, and be in the sun. Sometimes I want to stay inside in the dark and watch a movie about a dialogue I heard of. And it's like with structure and I've tried waking up early in the morning too, which I've been doing consistently for a while now. Been waking up at an earlier time, um, around 7, and I've been getting up, and sometimes I listen to music, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm in the mood for music, sometimes I am in the mood for music. Either way, I get ready for school. Sometimes I make my lunch the night before, sometimes I make it in the morning. Um, I usually have my time where I make my coffee and I take it. I like taking coffee with me on the bus to school. I don't want to drink it at home. I like being in the rush. I like being in the rush. It's exciting. I love it. I love walking outside in the morning with my coffee in hand, putting my earbuds in, about to jam out to some music on my way to the bus stop, and I just see everybody experiencing life, walking around. People are out. The world is moving. And I know that I'm not the center. I'm nothing. I'm literally nothing. Everybody is here to just pass by. Everybody is going to pass. Everybody's going to die. And knowing that, I don't know if it's weird. It just brings an incredible sense of peace. Incredible sense of peace to my mind. You know, but I'd love to know if anybody else feels the same way, with the sliver of information I've given you of myself. And I'd love to just talk to people like that kind of feel the same way about things. And also the people who don't feel the same way about things. I would love to like know why. I'd love to know. I haven't been like this always. I have not always been like this. So this is some fairly new to me. I've struggled with anxiety and depression before, a lot of it, and I've nearly been hospitalized a couple of times, and I've not eaten properly for weeks, and exercised, and I've been in bad spots. I've been in very bad spots, so I do know what it's like, and I'm incredibly grateful every day for waking up healthy and feeling good. And I pray for the people who are having trouble with that. And I truly hope you do get better. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of more time in the park, and then I'm probably gonna go back home and eat and study. Gotta study. Not great at studying either, especially math. Math, a very structured subject, very, yeah, it's difficult, but I gotta do it. So have a good day, and I'll post on here again whenever I have something to talk about.